If your eyeliner vanishes into your crease by noon, smudges under your eyes, or makes them look smaller instead of brighter, it is not your technique. Your eyes changed, quietly and gracefully, and nobody ever updated your instructions. Today they get updated. And there is a second trick coming, one I only ever taught clients in person until now. The gap nobody talks about. Now watch this next part carefully because it is the mistake I saw over and over again working with mature clients in person, and it has nothing to do with your eyeliner color, your steadiness, or how much practice you have had. Most of us focus entirely on the top lash line and completely forget what is happening underneath. Look closely at your own eyes right now. You may notice a pale, exposed strip of skin just beneath your lower lashes, right along that inner rim. It is not a flaw, and it never was. It is simply skin that was always there, but in our younger years our lash line sat close enough that it never showed. As we have matured, that little strip has become visible, and it quietly interrupts the whole eye. You can do a flawless smoky shadow, a beautiful soft wing, everything right on top, and still feel like something is a little off, like the look is not finished even though you did everything correctly. So here is the sneaky trick. Once your eye look is finished on top, take that same pencil and very gently color in that inner strip beneath your lower lashes. Not the waterline, just that visible band of skin at the base of the lower lashes. This is not about drawing a bold line down there. Think of it as closing a gap that has been quietly working against you. When you do this, the entire eye reads as one continuous, finished shape instead of two disconnected pieces sitting side by side. Hold on to that thought because in a moment I will walk you through exactly how to build the color on top, so this trick has something beautiful to connect to. 5 habits working against you. Before we build the look, let us count down the 5 habits quietly working against most of us, from the smallest issue to the one that changes absolutely everything. Number 5, the wrong brush size. A brush that is too large sacrifices the precision this whole approach depends on. A small, dense brush, or even a humble cotton swab from your bathroom drawer, will outperform a big fluffy one every single time. Number 4, applying with too heavy a hand right from the start. It is tempting to want dramatic results immediately, especially if it has been years since you last wore liner. But you can always add more color later, and it is far harder to take it away once it is there. Start lighter than feels necessary, always. Number 3, curling your lashes at the wrong point in your routine. If you curl after your liner is done, the curler can catch and smudge everything you just carefully built. Curl first, always, then move on to mascara. Number 2, choosing your liner shade to match your outfit instead of your actual eye color. This one quietly undercuts everything else you do correctly because the wrong undertone can make even perfect technique look strangely flat and lifeless. And number 1, the mistake that undoes every other step no matter how well you execute it. Skipping the primer entirely. This is the habit I want you to break today above every other, and in a moment I will show you exactly why it matters this much. Building the look. Let us build this properly now, step by step, starting with that number 1 issue. Prep your eyes with a lightweight eye primer using your ring finger in a gentle patting motion, never rubbing. Your ring finger naturally applies the lightest pressure of any finger, and that matters more with every year that passes because the skin around our eyes becomes noticeably more delicate over time. Take that primer from your lash line all the way up to your brow bone. This single step is the entire reason your makeup lasts all day instead of disappearing by 2 in the afternoon, and it is what stops color from settling into fine lines throughout the day. Rich skincare underneath your makeup is not a luxury, sister. It is the whole foundation of aging gracefully in front of the mirror. Now, let us answer the question that comes up constantly. What is the best eyeliner color for mature eyes? The honest answer is, it depends entirely on your eye color, and this is where I want you to let go of something you have relied on for decades without questioning it. Pure black liner, the one we all reached for automatically since we were teenagers, can actually be too harsh for mature eyes. Softer, richer tones work with you instead of against you. Green eyes come alive with a warm, deep brown, something like a creamy gel pencil that glides on without tugging at delicate skin. Blue eyes look absolutely stunning against a soft charcoal gray because it makes the blue pop without ever looking severe or heavy. Brown eyes are the lucky ones here. Almost anything works beautifully, though I always recommend starting with a soft brown pencil because it is the most universally forgiving. And if you have hazel eyes, reach for a deep plum or burgundy, ideally in a slightly creamier formula, to pull out those golden flecks in the most beautiful way. Tell me your eye color, sister, because I genuinely want to know which shade you're going to try tonight. While we are here, let us cover a few more questions that land in my inbox constantly. Should you tight line or use a regular liner after 50? Tight lining that very top rim between your lashes, can absolutely work, but only if your hand is steady and your formula is soft enough not to tug at the skin. For most of us, a slightly softer approach along the visible lash line itself, exactly what we are building today, gives you nearly the same definition with far less risk to delicate tissue. And if you are standing in the aisle wondering whether to reach for a soft pencil or a harder one, softer wins almost every time after 50. A pencil that glides rather than drags protects your skin and gives you far more control, especially once we get to the dot and blend method. One more, because I know many of you are typing this exact phrase into search bars right now. How do you keep eyeliner from creasing on hooded lids specifically? Part of the answer is the primer we just covered. The other part is coming up in just a moment, and it might be the single most important piece of this entire tutorial for anyone with a hooded lid. For your shadow base, build it in 2 simple tones rather than reaching for 10 different products. Sweep a soft mid-tone shade across the lid first, keeping it light and even. Then, using a smaller, denser brush, press a deeper shade into the outer corner and blend it back toward the crease, sweeping it close to the upper lashes. Keep it soft and a little imperfect on purpose. If it looks a bit heavy anywhere, that is completely fine because shadow is forgiving in a way liner simply is not. Now, for the liner itself, forget everything you think you know because we are not drawing a line today. I will say that again because it genuinely matters. We are not drawing a line. We are creating a shadow. Take your pencil, ideally that creamy soft formula we just talked about, and instead of one long, confident stroke, place small dots right between the lashes as close to the roots as physically possible. You are not tracing an edge. You are simply filling the tiny gaps between each lash with color. It will look imperfect while you are doing it, and that is exactly right, because slight imperfection here reads as completely natural once it is blended out. Wait until you see what this looks like once we soften it, because this next part is where the entire transformation actually happens. Take a small flat brush or even a simple cotton swab and gently blend those dots in small, circular motions. You are not erasing what you just placed. You are softening its edges until it looks like a natural shadow rather than an applied line. This is the step most women rush through, and it is the one I would ask you to slow down on more than any other in this whole video. Watch the harsh dots melt into something that looks like it was simply always part of your eye. If you find you have blended away too much definition, that is not a mistake. That is simply an invitation to add a few more dots and blend again. You genuinely cannot ruin this technique because every layer is soft enough to correct. If you're finding this helpful so far, this is a lovely moment to hit that subscribe button because what is coming next solves the single most common complaint I hear from women over 50, and I do not want you to miss it. Here is the real answer to that creasing and disappearing question I promised you. Immediately above where you just placed your liner, blend a transition shade just slightly deeper than your natural skin tone using a soft, fluffy brush. Sweep it upward and outward into the crease. Without this step, your beautiful line work can completely disappear the moment your eyes are open. With it, the definition holds, even when your lid naturally covers part of what you did underneath. And finally, the step that genuinely makes you look more awake, not just more made up. Using your ring finger again, pat a soft champagne or warm gold highlight into the inner corner of your eye and just beneath the arch of your brow. Watch what this does. It is like switching on a light behind your eyes. Keep it subtle. If someone can identify exactly where you put highlighter, it is too much. The goal is for people to notice your eyes look beautiful, not to notice your products. Fine-tuning for you. One more question worth answering before we move to eye shapes, because it comes up every time I post and I look. Does this technique work for evening or just daytime? For daytime, keep everything exactly as soft as we have built it here. That is the whole point, effortless and polished without looking like you are wearing much at all. For an evening out, a dinner, a celebration, any occasion where you want to touch more presence, simply deepen your transition shade slightly and add one more thin layer of dots along the outer third of the lash line before blending. You are not changing the technique, you are simply intensifying it a little, and it still reads as elegant rather than heavy, which is exactly the balance mature eyes look best in. Let's talk about adjusting this for your specific eyes, because a technique that ignores your unique shape is not really finished advice. If your eyes are deep set, use an even lighter hand with the liner and lean more heavily on that highlight step, because deep-set eyes already carry natural shadow and do not need much more added. If your lids are hooded, that transition shade above your liner is not optional. It is the entire reason this technique works for you specifically, so bring it slightly higher than feels necessary at first. If your eyes are rounder, you can extend the outer dots very slightly past the corner to soften that shape into more of an almond. And if you already have almond eyes, this technique will look beautiful with barely any adjustment needed at all. Here is a question I get asked constantly after women try this for the first time. What do you do if you need a touch-up later in the day? Keep a single cotton swab and a tiny bit of your primer in your bag, nothing more elaborate than that. If you notice any softening by the afternoon, dab a little primer along the area first, let it set for a few seconds, then reinforce with the same dot and blend motion we practiced this morning. You are not starting over, you are simply reinforcing what is already there, and it takes under 30 seconds standing at any mirror. And since we are talking tools, let us talk mascara for a moment, because this technique deserves lashes that match its effort. After you curl, reach for a volumizing formula with a slightly curved wand and apply it working from root to tip in a gentle wiggling motion rather than one straight sweep. For lashes that have thinned with time, that wiggling motion catches far more of what you have left than a single stroke ever will. A creamy, buildable formula also resists the flaking that drier mascaras tend to leave in fine lines beneath the eye by midday, which matters just as much as the liner itself, for the finish look holding up through your whole day. The honest part. I want to be honest with you about something now, because this space has never been about pretending mature beauty is simple, when some mornings it truly is not. There are days when your hands feel less steady than they used to. There are mornings when the light in your bathroom is not doing you any favors, when you look at yourself and feel tired before you have even started your routine. I understand that more than you might realize. But this is exactly why a forgiving, buildable technique matters more than a flawless, high-pressure one ever could. You do not need a perfectly steady hand for dots and soft blending. You need patience, and you already have that in abundance, because you have spent decades taking care of everyone else first. This is 5 minutes just for you. And once you have practiced this a handful of times, the entire process, the eye look and that sneaky lower lash line trick together, takes under a minute, not per eye, total. That is not a promise I make lightly. That is simply what happens once your hands learn the motion, the way they have learned everything else you have ever mastered. Look at the difference this makes. No harsh edge, no obvious line, No visible gap beneath the lashes pulling the whole eye apart. Just eyes that look brighter, more open, and genuinely finished, in a way that feels entirely like you. Only clearer. Only more awake. This is the look people compliment constantly, the one where they ask if you have changed something with your skin. You have not. It is this combination every single time. Tell me the word hooded in the comments right now if your liner tends to disappear the moment your eyes open, because I want to know how many of you have been dealing with this. I will be pulling the most common questions from the comments for a future video. Try this tonight in front of your mirror, both the dot and blend method and that lower lash line trick together, and tell me what you notice first. Did your eyes look more open? Did the color actually last through your whole evening? Next week, we are finally covering something so many of you have been asking about, the lip color choices that quietly age us without our ever realizing it, and the 3 shades every elegant woman over 50 should have sitting in her bag right now. I will also show you the one application trick that makes any lipstick you already own look noticeably more expensive and last through an entire dinner without a single touch-up. You will not want to miss that one, so make sure you are subscribed before you go. Because here is what I know for certain after all these years of doing this. The woman who felt like eyeliner simply was not for her anymore is the very same woman who walked out unable to stop looking at herself in the mirror. That transformation is not rare, and it is not luck. It is simply information nobody ever handed you until now. Beauty over 50 was never about chasing 25 again. It is about elegance, confidence, and knowing exactly which small techniques make the biggest difference. Age is genuinely just a number, and there is no expiration date on looking and feeling beautiful. If this served you, give it a like and subscribe to Elegant Style 50+, because I will see you next week with more timeless beauty made specifically for us.